A surprise visit to British troops in Afghanistan. A chance to be updated on the security situation face to face and to hear first-hand from both soldiers and community leaders. Then to the political talks in Kabul and a press conference to further explain the continuing aims of Britain.
To strengthen the democracy of Afghanistan, to give support to the Afghan people, social, economic and political help for the future, and of course to jointly work on eradicating terrorism from this area and of course from the borders of Pakistan as well. I want to build on the strong relationships that have been developed between our two countries, and I know that this is a vital year for Afghanistan. And let me start then by offering strong support for Afghan's democracy. For all nations who are engaged here and for Afghanistan, this critical year of 2009 when we have elections has got to be met by the action that is necessary to have free, fair elections where people feel secure. So Britain will provide 15 million of support for the organisation of the coming elections, as well as more support on security. Let us be clear, a democratic Afghanistan is in the interests of not just this region, but of every region around the world. And the violent extremism of the Taliban and the poppy cultivated in southern Afghanistan, including in Helmand, threatens not only our values but also our daily safety and security, even in our country, in Britain. Stability of the streets of London depends on stability in the border areas of Afghanistan and Pakistan. These border areas between Pakistan and Afghanistan are the breeding ground, the crucible of terrorism. A chain of terror links these areas to the streets of many of the capital cities of the world. Our strategy for working with both the governments of Afghanistan and Pakistan in tackling this terrorist threat will be complementary. We will tackle it because security in these mountainous borders areas, which may seem distant and remote from home, will mean more security in Britain.
Mr. Brown again referred to the situation along the border.
It's absolutely clear that there is a chain of terror that starts in these border areas and sweeps right across the world and ends up with impact in our capital cities and indeed in other cities in the world. And it's clear, therefore, that we cannot sit by and allow this centre or epicentre of terrorism to continue to exist without taking further action. That's why we're publishing on Wednesday our strategy for dealing with those border areas in Afghanistan and in Pakistan. That's why we want to strengthen the Afghan forces, police and army, but that's why also we want cooperation with the Pakistan authorities to deal with terrorists and terrorist threats in their area. I believe we all have a common interest in this. Afghan people are losing their lives as a result of terrorist action. British soldiers have lost their lives as a result of terrorist action. Civilians in Pakistan, I think it was 2,000 last year, lost their lives as a result of terrorist action. So we have a common interest in dealing with these problems in the border areas, and that's what President Karzai and I have been talking about.
Strong words of UK support for democratic reform. Strong words on tackling terrorism.